Welcome back to my channel Old Coins Library, where history meets hidden treasure. Today, we're diving into one of the rarest wartime coins ever struck, the mysterious copper 3 pence coins from the United Kingdom. This isn't just pocket change. It's a collectible wrapped in history, copper, and royal symbolism. Stay tuned, because what you're about to discover might just change how you look at coins forever. Let's get started. First up, we're talking about the rich tapestry of British numismatic history. Few coins command the same blend of curiosity, admiration, and value as the valuable 1943 United Kingdom 3 pence coin, bearing the effigy of King George VI and the distinct inscription IND-IMP. This copper coin stands out not just for its scarcity, but also for its historical and cultural weight. Minted during the heart of World War II, this particular 3 pence holds a unique place in coin collecting due to its limited mintage, unconventional composition, and symbolic design. The year 1943 was a time of global turmoil, and the decision to produce a copper version of the coin, rather than the more commonly used nickel brass, was an anomaly that turned into a numismatic marvel. It's these wartime irregularities that have made the 1943 3 pence an object of desire for collectors worldwide. What sets this coin apart immediately is its fascinating design collaboration. The obverse features the dignified portrait of King George VI, crafted by the renowned Thomas Humphrey Paget. Paget's sharp eye for royal elegance delivered a portrait that is both regal and approachable, capturing the wartime monarch in a time of national challenge and unity. On the reverse, designed by Francis Madge Kitchener, we see an extraordinary botanical emblem, a stylized three-headed thrift plant, a hardy coastal flower symbolic of endurance and resilience. Above it is the coin's denomination, 3 pence, and beneath it, the date 1943. The precise symmetry and symbolism in this reverse design reflect the strength and stability Britain aspired to maintain during the war. Unlike other coins of its time, the 1943 3 pence was struck in bronze. Not the typical nickel brass used during much of the George VI reign, this unusual use of copper alloys has fueled much of the coin's mystique. It was likely produced in small quantities for testing or emergency minting scenarios, making surviving examples extremely rare. These were never intended for wide circulation, which means most were either melted down or lost over time. Today, very few authentic examples survive in very fine or better condition, and those that do tend to fetch anywhere from $500 to over $2,000, depending on quality and certification. For a coin that was likely overlooked in its time, its current market value reflects a dramatic reversal of fortune. One of the most remarkable aspects of this coin is its potential as an early hint toward decimalization in British coinage. The 1943 3 pence serves as a quiet forerunner of modern coinage, a transitional artifact that speaks to Britain's evolving monetary future. The thrift plant, in particular, was chosen deliberately for its economic symbolism. The 1943 3 pence is not just a collector's item, but a genuine asset. Its historical context, design pedigree, and composition make it appealing to both seasoned numismatists and alternative asset investors. Coins in very fine or higher condition are rare, and prices have shown a steady upward trajectory in recent years. As more collectors become aware of its significance, the demand has continued to climb. In fact, graded and slabbed examples certified by top agencies like NGC or PCGS command premium prices, and these third-party authentications offer security and legitimacy in a market rife with counterfeits and altered pieces. For those interested in acquiring one of these copper gems, a few guidelines are essential. First, focus on condition. Coins with minimal wear, visible details on the thrift plant, and a sharp portrait of the king are the most desirable. Always, seek out coins that are certified by trusted grading agencies. Look for descriptors such as VF, very fine, EF, extremely fine, or AU, almost uncirculated. Joining numismatic communities and online forums can be invaluable as well. Platforms like the British Numismatic Society or Reddit's coin collecting groups provide access to expert opinions, rare listings, and critical insights into market trends. Beyond its technical attributes, the 1943 3 pence holds deep cultural meaning. It is a coin that embodies Britain's wartime resilience, its botanical symbolism representing growth in adversity. The presence of IND, short for Emperor of India, also marks the end of an era as the British Empire began its post-war decline shortly after. Finally, the 1943 UK 3 pence has achieved international appeal, with collectors from the United States, Canada, Australia, and across Europe adding it to their portfolios. Its relatively small size and subtle beauty belie its tremendous impact and value. As time passes, coins like this not only become harder to find, but they also appreciate in both monetary and historical terms. Whether you are a passionate numismatist or a smart investor, the 1943 copper 3 pence offers a compelling opportunity, one that blends beauty, rarity, and legacy in the palm of your hand. And secondly, we're diving deep into the 1937 UK 3 pence coin, struck under King George VI, marked Indi Imp, and designed by legendary artists. If you've ever wondered about hidden gems in your change, this coin might just be the holy grail of British numismatics. This coin isn't just pocket change. It's a symbol of a crumbling empire and a changing world. Issued in 1937, the first year of King George VI's reign after the shocking abdication of Edward VIII, this coin bears the Ind Imp inscription, marking Britain's fading dominance over India. But here's the kicker. It was also one of the UK's first decimal coins, predating the 1971 switch by decades. Struck in copper nickel, not silver like earlier issues, it was meant for everyday use. Yet today, finding one in very fine, VF condition is like striking gold. The 3 pence coin is a miniature masterpiece. The obverse features a young, resolute George VI, designed by Thomas Humphrey Paget, the same artist behind iconic UK coinage. But the reverse? Pure genius. Crafted by Francis Madge Kitchener, it showcases the three-headed thrift plant, a symbol of frugality, fitting for a coin used during the Great Depression. The denomination 3 sits proudly above, while the date rests below in bold numerals. Its tiny size, 16 millimeters, and intricate details make high-grade specimens exceptionally rare. Here's why collectors go wild for this coin. Most were melted, lost, or worn to oblivion. A well-circulated 1937 3-pence might fetch $20 to $50, but in VF, very fine condition, prices skyrocket to $502,000 to plus. Why? Demand is surging as more collectors chase pre-decimal UK coins, especially those tied to George VI's early reign. And if you stumble upon an uncirculated MS specimen, you're looking at a potential 5-figure treasure at auction. This isn't just a coin, it's an asset. With British numismatics booming, the 1937 3-pence is a blue-chip rarity. But how do you maximize your investment? First, condition is king. Look for sharp details on the thrift plant and minimal wear on George's portrait. Beyond its monetary worth, this tiny piece of metal encapsulates a pivotal era. It was minted as Britain teetered between empire and modernity, just years before W2 reshaped the world. The Ind Imp legend is a ghost of colonial rule, while its decimal-friendly design foreshadowed Britain's future. For historians, it's a document in metal. What makes the 1937 3-pence stand out in today's collecting landscape? It represents the perfect storm of historical significance, artistic merit, and scarcity. Unlike mass-produced modern coins, each surviving specimen tells a story of Britain's transition from imperial power to modern nation. The coin's small size belies its importance. It was one of the last issues bearing the Ind Imp inscription before India's independence, making it a tangible relic of colonial history. The Holy Grail is an MS, mint state example, showing no trace of circulation. Professional certification from NGC or PCGS can significantly enhance value and marketability. Beware of cleaned or damaged coins. Even rare dates lose substantial value if improperly handled. The most sought-after examples display original mint luster, sharp thrift plant details, and full definition in George VI's portrait, ensures both the integrity and future appreciation of their numismatic holdings. As we look ahead, the 3-pence appears poised for continued appreciation in the collector market. Several factors contribute to its strong investment potential: the finite supply of high-grade specimens, growing interest in British Commonwealth coins, and increasing recognition of its historical importance. Younger collectors entering the market are particularly drawn to coins with compelling backstories and visual appeal. The 1937 threepence checks all these boxes while remaining relatively affordable compared to other key British coins of similar significance. Whether viewed as a store of value, a historical artifact, or simply a beautiful miniature work of art, this humble threepence has secured its place as one of the most desirable 20th century British coins for collectors at all levels. For collectors, it's a trophy of persistence. What makes this coin irresistible worldwide? It's a bridge between cultures, British heritage, Indian history, and the global fascination with royalty. Its compact size and striking design make it a favorite among European, American, and Asian collectors. This isn't just a UK coin, it's a global phenomenon. If you're lucky enough to own a 1937 threepence in top condition, you're holding a future heirloom. As supply dwindles and demand grows, its value will only climb higher. Whether you're a serious investor, a history buff, or just love hunting rare coins, this piece is a must-have. So check your grandpa's old jar of coins, scour estate sales, and keep an eye on auctions, because this little threepence could be your ticket to numismatic glory. And thirdly, we're talking about 1952 United Kingdom threepence coin, featuring King George VI, marked the final chapter of a reign that had seen global conflict, colonial shifts, and economic recovery. Strikingly, one version of this coin omitted the traditional Latin abbreviation, Ind-Imp, a reference to Emperor of India, reflecting India's independence in 1947 and the subsequent dissolution of Britain's imperial identity. This subtle omission turns the coin into more than a mere unit of currency. It becomes a symbol of changing times. It was struck in the year of George VI's death, just before Queen Elizabeth II ascended the throne, giving it historical gravity as one of the last coins of his reign and an emblem of Britain's evolving, post-imperial legacy. The design of this elusive 1952 threepence coin was the result of collaboration between two remarkable artists, Thomas Humphrey Paget and Francis Madge Kitchener. Paget, already famous for crafting iconic royal effigies, brought George VI's portrait to life with commanding realism, capturing both dignity and humanity. On the reverse, Kitchener's artistry introduced the unique three-headed thrift plant, a coastal bloom symbolic of resilience and thriftiness, fitting for post-war Britain. The triangular botanical motif, surrounded by straight lines and flanked by the denomination above and the date below, was not just decorative, but carried deep cultural resonance. It was a clear visual departure from older, more ornate coinage, showing Britain's shift toward functional modern design. Although not technically a decimal coin, the 1952 threepence played a vital transitional role toward decimalization, which Britain would officially adopt in 1971. Its smaller size and base metal composition made it a prototype for coins that would later fill decimal roles. Composed entirely of copper, not brass or nickel brass like other threepence issues, this particular 1952 variant stands out for its material as much as its message. It was lightweight yet robust, and its deep copper tone gives it a distinct, warm aesthetic uncommon in later British coinage. Today, coins with strong reddish luster and minimal corrosion are especially prized, making uncirculated examples truly rare finds. What makes the 1952 George VI threepence particularly desirable is its scarcity and high grades. Most were heavily circulated and show signs of wear, making specimens in very fine condition, or better, quite rare. Certified examples in extremely fine XF, or about uncirculated AU conditions can command prices between $500 to $2,000, depending on eye appeal, toning, and overall preservation. Slabbed coins graded by PCGS or NGC with strong strike details and no cleaning marks are especially attractive to high-end collectors. Auction results in recent years have shown a consistent uptick in value, a trend expected to continue as global interest in British numismatics grows. For collectors looking to invest in this historic piece, condition is everything. Look for coins with full detail in the portrait, crisp plant elements, and minimal blemishes on the fields. Understanding British grading standards, especially those used by the British Numismatic Trade Association, BNTA, can give collectors an edge when purchasing or trading. Joining collector communities such as the Royal Mint Collectors Club or engaging in forums like the British Coin section on Coin Community can provide insights, alerts for auctions, and trusted dealer recommendations. From an investment standpoint, The 1952 3 pence stands as a promising numismatic asset. With fewer high-grade examples entering the market each year, demand has begun to outpace supply, especially among collectors seeking to complete a full George VI series. Its combination of historic value, artistic merit, and numismatic rarity makes it an ideal long-term hold. As the broader market for vintage British coins matures, especially among North American, European, and Asian collectors, this coin is poised for continued appreciation. The thrift plant speaks to British perseverance and prudence, values that still resonate today. Collectors around the world appreciate these symbols, which is why this coin enjoys strong international demand, particularly in former Commonwealth nations and among historians who study mid-century European transitions. In the ever-evolving world of numismatics, the 1952 UK 3 pence without imp remains a shining beacon of historical and artistic significance. Its rarity, copper composition, and transitional role in both monarchy and coinage make it more than just a collector's item. It's a tangible piece of a changing empire. Whether you're a seasoned investor, a curious newcomer, or a lover of British history, this coin offers a compelling blend of story, scarcity, and style. Its legacy continues to grow, and with demand on the rise, there's never been a better time to secure this undervalued gem for your collection. And fourthly, we'll explore the 1941 United Kingdom 3 pence coin, bearing the effigy of King George VI and the inscription imp, holds a fascinating place in numismatic history. Struck during the tumultuous years of World War II, this small but significant coin reflects Britain's resilience and its colonial ties, as imp stands for India Imperator, acknowledging the king's role as Emperor of India. The coin's design, crafted by renowned artists Thomas Humphrey Paget and Francis Madge Kitchener, blends artistry with symbolism. Paget, famous for his portrait of George VI, captured the monarch's dignified profile, while Kitchener's reverse design featured the three-headed thrift plant, a nod to frugality and endurance, qualities vital during wartime. This coin is also notable as one of the earliest decimal coins in British history, predating the full decimalization of the UK currency by decades, making it a precursor to modern monetary systems. What makes the 1941 3 pence particularly intriguing is its composition and rarity. Unlike earlier silver versions, this coin was minted in copper-nickel due to wartime metal shortages, giving it a distinct appearance and durability. The obverse showcases George VI's left-facing bust with the Latin inscription Georg of Sais, DGBR, Omn Rex, while the reverse displays the thrift plant with the denomination 3 pence above and the date below. Surviving examples in very fine condition are scarce, as many were heavily circulated or melted down from metal during the war. Today, collectors prize high-grade specimens, with prices ranging from $500 for well-worn examples to over $2,000 for coins in exceptional condition, reflecting its desirability and historical importance. The market for the 1941 3 pence has seen steady growth, driven by increasing demand among numismatists and history enthusiasts. Its appeal lies not only in its wartime origins, but also in its role as a transitional piece in British coinage. Collectors should pay close attention to condition, as even minor wear can significantly impact value. Certification by reputable grading services like PCGS or NGC is highly recommended, as it authenticates the coin and provides an objective assessment of its state. Grading standards emphasize sharpness of detail, particularly in the thrift plant and the king's portrait, with higher grades commanding premium prices. Joining numismatic communities and forums can also provide valuable insights, helping collectors track auctions, sales trends, and newly discovered specimens. From an investment perspective, the 1941 3 pence offers compelling potential. Coins, with historical significance and limited supply, tend to appreciate over time, and this piece checks both boxes. Its connection to World War II and the British Empire adds layers of narrative that appeal to a global audience, enhancing its long-term value. Unlike more common coins, the 1941 3 pence's scarcity in top grades ensures it remains a coveted item, with prices likely to rise as more collectors enter the market. Diversifying a collection with such key pieces can provide stability and growth, especially as interest in pre-decimal British coinage continues to expand. Beyond its monetary worth, the 1941 3 pence carries deep cultural symbolism. The thrift plant, or sea pink, was chosen to represent resilience and economy, themes that resonated during the war. The inclusion of IND serves as a reminder of Britain's imperial past and the interconnectedness of its colonies. For modern collectors, the coin is a tangible link to a pivotal era, offering a glimpse into the socio-economic challenges of the time. Its dual role as a functional currency and a historical artifact makes it a standout piece in any collection, bridging the gap between numismatics and cultural heritage. As interest in wartime coinage and British colonial history grows, the 1941 3 pence stands out as a key piece, a small but mighty artifact that bridges the gap between economics, politics, and art. Whether as an investment, a collector's prize, or a historical keepsake, this coin's legacy is secure, promising both fascination and value for generations to come. The 1941 3 pence enjoys broad appeal, attracting collectors from the UK, Commonwealth nations, and beyond. Its unique design and historical context make it a conversation piece, while its rarity ensures it remains a centerpiece in advanced collections. As interest in 20th century coinage grows, this coin's legacy is set to endure, solidifying its place in numismatic history. For those seeking a coin with rich storytelling, investment potential, and enduring beauty, the 1941 George 6 and 3 pence is an exceptional choice, promising both personal enjoyment and long-term value appreciation. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just beginning, this coin represents a rare opportunity to own a piece of history that continues to captivate and inspire. And now we explore the 1967 United Kingdom 3 pence featuring Queen Elizabeth II, especially the rare variety without the inscription Brit Omn. This coin isn't just a small piece of copper alloy. It's a powerful artifact from a transformative era in British history. Issued just before the official switch to decimal currency, this 3 pence stands at the crossroads of tradition and modernization. It was among the final pieces struck in the pre-decimal system, making it not only nostalgic, but also historically significant. What elevates this coin above the rest is its subtle yet notable variation, the omission of Brit Omn, an abbreviation for Britanniarum Omnium Regina, or Queen of all the Britons. This missing element makes it an extremely desirable coin for seasoned collectors who seek anomalies that represent deeper stories. The obverse of this coin was originally designed by Mary Gillick, one of the most renowned sculptors of her era. Gillick's portrait of the young Queen Elizabeth II presents her in a fresh, elegant, and idealized style, which captured the spirit of the 1950s and early 60s. A monarch at the start of her reign, full of promise and grace. However, the final version of the 1967 3 pence incorporated the touch of William Maving Gardner, whose expertise helped adapt Gillick's regal design for mass production. Together, their artistry produced a coin that balanced beauty with practicality. The lettering surrounding the Queen's effigy typically included her titles, but the version without Brit Omn disrupted this pattern, possibly due to a striking or minting oversight, one that would later become a collector's treasure. Flip the coin to its reverse, and you're greeted with one of the most iconic images in British coinage, the Tudor portcullis flanked by side chains and crowned at the top. This powerful symbol, used for centuries by Parliament and the monarchy, represents security, strength, and heritage. Below the portcullis is the coin's denomination, 3D, elegantly divided by the design, with the date 1967 placed symmetrically beneath it. This reverse was expertly crafted by William Maving Gardner, a master of numismatic symbolism, whose designs often infused historical reverence with modern aesthetics. Struck in copper-nickel rather than traditional silver, the coin represented a practical shift in material that aligned with post-war economic sensibilities. It was designed to last both physically and in the memories of those who used it daily. What sets the 1967 3 pence without a part isn't just its design or composition, but its astonishing rarity in very fine or better condition. While millions of standard 1967 3 pence coins were minted, the variant lacking Brit Omn was likely part of a limited run or a minting anomaly, making it extremely difficult to find today. Most examples that surface are worn or damaged from circulation. But when one emerges in a certified very fine or extremely fine grade, its value soars. In today's numismatic market, This coin can command prices ranging from $500 to over $2,000, depending on its condition, grading, and provenance. Such figures are remarkable for a coin once worth a mere 3 old pence, proof of its growing recognition among serious collectors and investors alike. The investment potential of this coin is steadily rising, especially as collectors around the world become more aware of its rarity and significance. Coins with minting errors or distinctive variations have consistently appreciated in value over the past few decades. And this 3 pence is no exception. Its scarcity and higher grades, historical connection to the pre-decimal era, and artistic legacy make it a perfect storm of collectability. For investors, it offers a tangible asset whose value is driven not just by metal content, but by historical and cultural demand. As global interest in British royal memorabilia and rare coinage intensifies, this coin sits poised to become even more valuable in the years ahead. For collectors looking to add this gem to their portfolios, attention to detail is everything. Focus on condition above all else. Clean surfaces, sharp relief, and minimal wear significantly affect value. Seek coins that are certified by reputable grading services like PCGS or NGC, as this assures authenticity and boosts market trust. This coin has gained recognition for its unique features and cross-generational appeal. As interest in rare coins grows globally, more collectors from the United States, Canada, Australia, and beyond are seeking out iconic British coins like the 1967 threepence. Its story, design, and rarity make it a standout among global numismatics. It's more than just a coin. It's a compact chronicle of a pivotal moment in British history. And with its limited surviving population in premium condition, the coin's long-term appreciation seems almost certain, cementing its legacy as a timeless piece of the UK's rich numismatic heritage.